Hi guys, this is Sarah with Raven's Crochet. Welcome back to my channel, and my furry feline Raven is down here in the living room. Raven, come here, baby girl. I have a few things to share with you guys. First and foremost, I apologize for my absence. I've been really having a hard time with my mental state. I've been suffering with my severe depression. Within the last months, it's been excruciatingly bad for me. I've had to call some suicide hotlines a couple of times, but I'm getting through. I thank God I'm still here. It's just extremely, extremely difficult when you have no support. I literally have no support in my family. I have a smidge of support, but that's only through messaging, and I feel like it's kind of one-sided, but it's really not. I just kind of feel like it is. Um, it's just really hard to push through when you have no support, and the fact that I kind of grew up with counselors, and I'm exhausted from starting all over with somebody else. I have to get them to know me. I need to give them a background on my family and my story, and then I have to let them know what's going on, and then I have to let them know how I feel about all that crap. And I just, talking about it just only stresses me out even more. Yet at the same time, I can't move forward much because I'm not really dealing with it, and it's hard to deal with it because no one can hurt you like your own family. The biggest thing that's upsetting me right now is the fact that I'm about to celebrate my channel's anniversary. My channel started March 31st, 2021, and my nephew was born the exact same day in 2022, so he's about to turn 1, and I only got to meet him once on April 12th, 2022, and I haven't been able to see him since, and my family just isn't giving me the time of day, so it's been hard, but I'm managing. I'm still here. I still have a huge heart and a huge love for things, and what I'm really trying to do is focus more on the outside world other than what's going on in my own little world, because I have it so much better than a lot of other people do. He's Raven. And a lot of women don't even have everything that I do, so I thank God almost every single day that I have what I have. Um, Even though I don't have much of a family anymore, I still have what I have. And that's another reason I got fish aquariums. I acquired these in just around Thanksgiving last year. And I wanted to share with you guys that I made 2 crochet related items for my larger 15-gallon right there, where I have my mollies. Fish have a tendency to jump out of the tank, and you know, the flap, the clear panel that sits on top of their tank, like one flaps open this way, the other side opens this way, but it doesn't cover the entire surface. You still have like a 2-inch surface gap along your tank. You know what I'm talking about? So I crocheted this strip. It's about 5 inches wide, and it's about 28 inches long, because my tank is about 30 inches long, so this will be able to stretch the rest of the 2 inches just to fit. Um, and all it is like chain 5, single crochet. Like you chain 5, you skip 2 stitches. I think you skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, yeah, chain 5, skip 2 stitches, and then single crochet into the chain 5 gap. There's patterns for fishnetting all over YouTube, so please feel free to look one up. I think it looks really pretty. It would look pretty in a shawl or a summer scarf, or even like a swimsuit cover. This stitch would look gorgeous over. And then I single crocheted around the entire edge, and then both ends have single crochet, 5 rows of single crochet, just so that this is more solid. And then I used sticky Velcro, the soft side on the tank itself. No, the firm side sticks to the tank, and then the soft side of the Velcro sticks to this yarn. So you can stitch the Velcro into the yarn, and you can wash this. You can always remove this and wash this, which I don't really recommend doing, because you don't want to use soaps and unnatural residues to sit on top of your aquarium, because if any of that gets in the aquarium water, that can literally kill your fish. Like Dawn soap, lotions and body creams. The only body cream I would suggest that is okay with putting in your aquarium is maybe like Neosporin, maybe Vaseline, because those are natural substances, and you can even use Neosporin with a Q-tip to apply to your fish if you have to. But anyways, fish have a tendency to jump out of the water, especially if the water's foul for some reason. If they feel like their gills are burning or they can't breathe, they will try to jump out looking for relief. And of course, you don't want them jumping out because then they won't be able to breathe at all. So I made this to go over the exposed opening, and then all I have to do is lift it up, feed them, and then it just relaxes right back into place. And it's great. It's great for them. They love it. The other thing crochet related I made is this yarn tassel. This is really great, and I'll tell you why. This is, first and foremost, this is 100% acrylic yarn. You don't want to use anything other than that. Just Red Heart, mainstays from Walmart, just any basic 100% acrylic yarn is safe for your fish. Just once you have the item crocheted up, rinse it off in your tap water to get the fiber content pre-moistened. You want it to be able to absorb moisture, and then the ammonia or the chlorine in your tap water is going to kill any germs that are on here. And then take some tank water from your aquarium out and use that to rinse this piece in, the piece that you made for your tank. Rinse it off and let it soak for about at least 5 minutes. Let it soak in that aquarium water, and then you could gently wring it out, and then you can apply it in your aquarium, or let it air dry. Let this air dry, and then you can apply it on top. So that way there is no chemicals or unsafe residue that would get in your aquarium. Now this tassel, I probably wrapped this around, just get like a book. Just to get like a small 5x7 book and wrap it around about 50 times, and then do your tassel thingy, and then I crocheted about maybe 15-20 stitches. Then I attach it to a suction cup. So here's the inside wall of my aquarium, all the water and the fish and everything, and then you stick this to the inside of your wall, and then as this is floating in the water, these tassels are going to open up and bloom like a flower, and that is one of the perfect places for your baby fry and your fish to hide in from the larger fish in the aquarium. Mollies are live breeders. Did you know? I learned this recently. Once a molly is impregnated by a male fish, they can save their sperm and they can wait to give birth to their babies later. And then they can also give birth up to 40 to 100 fry. I only have a 15-gallon. If I get more than 20 fish in that tank, I'm going to have to start selling some mollies. I bought 3, and now I have 9 fish. One of them died, unfortunately. One of the big mollies that I originally bought, she passed away. Right before she passed away, one of them had a baby. The baby looks just like her. Thank goodness for that, because she reminds me of the one that passed away. And then shortly after that, 6 more babies appeared. So I bought 3, now I have 9. And then this small 6.5 gallon, that's Woodstock's tank. Just a simple female betta that I saved from one of those small little nasty cups. She's back there hiding right now, because this is not the normal time that I have her light on. But I wanted to show you guys the aquariums. It's easier to see with the lights on, of course. So once I put this in the aquarium and I get back on here to do another video, I'll do close-ups of the aquariums, and you can see how this is being splayed out. This is going to be for the large aquarium, because that's where all the babies are happening. As this one, she's in there by herself. She's very territorial. I've tried putting her in the larger tank originally. There's not enough space for her. She needs at least 5 gallons to herself. And the mollies, all they wanted to do was play. They weren't attacking her. They're very friendly fish. They're great starter fish. Mollies are perfect to start out with, especially if you want to accumulate a larger group of fish, but you don't have the money to buy a lot of fish. Mollies were only $3 a piece. So I spent $9. And then Woodstock, she was $13, but she's a neon betta. So she's a gorgeous neon yellow fish. So the only other thing I've been doing as far as crocheting related is drink carrying cozies, water bottle holders, drink slingers, whatever you want to call them. I just call them something simple, just water bottle holders, drink carrier. I call it a drink carrier. That's literally what I'm using it for, is my drink. And I don't always have water in here. I don't always have tea in here. I don't always have root beer or cream soda in here. Those are my go-tos. Cream soda, root beer, and sweet tea. So my good. At least when I'm at work, I can have a root beer and pretend that I'm having a beer, and I can chill at the table like I'm having a beer. I don't drink beer, but I like to have a drink every once in a while. So a root beer, it kind of makes it fun. You just kind of pretend, you know, and it lets me chill a little bit and lay back. The only problem with this yarn, with any yarn I've been using, is as the weight distributes down the bottom edge here, the yarn here tends to get weaker and it breaks probably within a month. So this is your basic worsted weight 100% acrylic yarn, just your simple Red Heart. If you shop at Walmart, it might be Mainstays or whatever. And the yarn breaks. I have also used Alara yarn from Ice Yarns. It's a 50 cotton, 50 acrylic. This one in particular I used 3 different colors into the ombre. And you can see what I mean right here where it broke. Yeah. That's not good. So I'm experimenting, trying to find a yarn that will not break. This one is your basic acrylic. It didn't break. I stopped using it before it broke on the bottom because it fuzzies up kind of bad. You know, it makes gorgeous blanket yarn. It's the exact same yarn I used on my couch here. You can't even really see it. This blanket right here, same yarn, same yarn. It's bumblebee yarn. I can't remember the colorway. I think it's like a rainbow topaz or something like that. Hang on, guys. You just came off my clip. I have a light clip here in the center of this ring. And it's the bars that clip around the phone, they don't extend out long enough to grab your phone. So it's just barely gripping onto my phone. It's ridiculous. It's because I have a case on my phone. I'm sorry. I don't walk around without a case on my phone because I'm a klutz. I'm always dropping stuff. And I don't use those cheap plastic cases because they half the time snap off of my phone, or they also crack. If not my phone, they themselves crack, and then I have to replace the case. I buy one case and one only, and it lasts me for as long as I have my phone. And the last one I had lasted me for like 5. I literally carried my last phone for 5 years, and I never had any problems with the case ever. You know what case that was? OtterBox. Hands down, I will never buy any other case other than OtterBox. This is an OtterBox. This is just a different. It's an off-branded OtterBox. I have no idea where this one came from. This one was given to me. This is my phone, but this case was given to me. It's an OtterBox though, and you can see it's scuffed. I drop it all the time. That's one of my backup phones. Anyways, I haven't been doing much other crocheting except for these drink cozies. I've used acrylic, I've used cotton, I've used acrylic and cotton. I'm fixing to experiment with bamboo, but if you think of any other strong fiber content yarns, whether it's natural or synthetic, I don't care. I'm not allergic to anything. I don't particularly like wool because it makes my fingers feel like I'm working with chalk. If it's more than a 15% wool content, it's just really dry, you know, like little fuzzies get caught in my dry skin around my cuticles and stuff, you know, like the yarn sticks to my fingers like Velcro, you know. It's, to me, that's what to me working with wool is like. I've just been doing some tie-dye. Other than yarn, I've been doing tie-dye. I haven't had much of a crochet mojo, but I did come up with some cool tie-dye shirts. I went to my local Walmart and I bought a cool tie-dyeing kit for like 15 bucks. I bought a shirt for $3. Like 18 bucks. That's about the same as buying a brand new shirt from somebody online, let alone a lot of them are like up to $25, $30 shirts now with shipping. So for 18 bucks, I can have the fun of doing the tie-dye myself, and this is what I came up with. My first tie-dye I ever did is this one right here, just your basic swirl. Use 7 colors: fuchsia pink, orange, yellow, green, aqua, dark blue, and purple. And then I used black as well. This one didn't turn out so great because the lavender kind of got in the fabric everywhere. I didn't pre-wash the soda ash out enough. This one I used with leftover dyes, and I used just jewel tone colors. I think overall it turned out great. It's just the whole thing is lavender. Whole thing is lavender. And then I did this one. You can do logoed shirts with tie-dye. You take the front part of your shirt out and you fold it in half. Then you do like a half circle around your logo, and then you could band that together so the dye is separated. Then you could just dye the rest of the shirt however you want to. I stuck with jewel tone colors, greens, blues, purple and lavender and fuchsia, and I added some black in. I think it turned out awesome. Again, I didn't pre-wash the soda ash out enough, so the lavender got onto everything. The soda ash, you always want to, whenever you're dyeing anything, yarn, t-shirts, curtains, table covers, anything, whether it's cotton or synthetic material or natural, which is cotton, you want to pre-wash, and then you want to pre-soak in something like this cotton. They say you want to pre-soak in soda ash. Very hazardous chemical. You definitely don't want to touch in your skin, or you don't want to breathing it in. With Raven around, and with me being a fish aquarium hobbyist, I don't want to get that stuff, around my pets. So this is pretty much like a one. I did it 2 times. I did 5 shirts. I did it twice. I don't think I'll be ever doing it again because it literally takes 3 times longer to do the prep, the setup, and the cleanup. Just alone dyeing the shirt, it's a nightmare. Huge nightmare. So, but anyway, this shirt turned out awesome. The only thing is, though, I didn't take the front part out. The back part got folded in as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the creator's name and put his name here. The creator of Tom and Jerry. Now, the dog's name is here, too. I just don't remember his name. There's the dog. There's Tom. And there's Jerry. He's real small. He's real small, but he's there. But he turned out great. And this one I try to do like a mandala, where you fold your material in half, and then you do like an airplane fold and make like a triangle, and then you section off whatever pattern you do, and then you dye it in between, like you have a different color in between your bands, your rubber bands, and then you let it cure, and then you unfold it, and it's supposed to be this gorgeous flower mandala. Not so much. It turned out great still. I love the colors, just sticking with the basic jewel tones. I had some leftover light green, and it turned out all right. It's just mostly all lavender. And this is another logoed shirt. I just did something random with this. That sleeve off of the way. You just take like a random piece of your material like that, and then you rubber band it all the way down, and then you dye it different sections, and then you have something like this. So it looks like one of those chemical oil spills where you would have like metals mixing together, or metals being melted off. And then there's the back side. I just did a few spots on the back. So that's all I've been doing, really. The only other thing I've been researching and looking into is making some homemade products. I used to make laundry soap tabs and dishwashing soap, and now I'm looking into making body deodorant. I don't normally stick to crafts for long periods of time, except for fiber arts, my love of crochet and stuff. But I bought some shea butter. This stuff is really hard to find. I actually bought this at my local Walmart, believe it or not. Rare times you can find this at Target, your health food stores. You definitely order this online. This brand of shea butter has a website, okpurenaturals.com, right there. If you are interested in this product or have never heard of it, or want to know more about it, or if you want to get some yourself. Our product's made in Miami, Florida, USA, so that's good. And here's what it looked like. It's just pretty solid. Pretty solid. It's a really hard form, you can see. Really hard and clumpy. But you can get your finger in there and you can melt a little bit of it, and you can kind of test it on your cuticles. It smells just like shea butter, but what this is mainly used for is melting down into a double boiler, just like you would melt chocolate. You melt this down and you add your other ingredients, and then you have your clean containers prepped for whether you're making lipstick, chapstick, deodorant, body creams, lotions. You could even use probably a little bit of this in your hair. Like I said, I'm using this for a deodorant, and I'm going to be adding in some tea tree oil, which is an antioxidant. I'm going to add some vitamin E oil, which is a really good nourishing property for your skin. I can't remember all the good benefits of vitamin E oil. And there's a few other things I was going to put in, and I'm also going to put in my leftover deodorant so I can use it up and I can neutralize the stuff down. But this is supposed to be like the ultimate, like, best thing for your skin ever, and I'm going to try using this as deodorant with a little tiny smidge of the product I got from the store. So and apparently this is from West Africa. Vitamin A, E, and F. So it already has vitamin E in it. I don't necessarily need to add vitamin E oil in it. I think I want to, just to add the extra benefit. I can't remember all the ingredients. I was going to totally tell you guys what all I was going to put in there, and I can't remember, so I have to go back and do my research. But anyways, arrowroot powder. That's one thing. Arrowroot powder. It's about $9-10 on Amazon. It literally looks like flour. It's the consistency of flour. It's finer than your basic flour. It's kind of like powdered sugar, really. It just doesn't smell as sweet. Yeah, it's the consistency of powdered sugar, and it's a stark white powder, and it's a natural substance that's used in a lot of cosmetics and body creams and deodorants. It's a firming agent that's natural, that helps the body absorb crap, and keeps you from sweating as much. I can't remember. If you want to do your research on arrowroot powder, I can't remember all the benefits of it. But anyways, that's about all I have for now. I'm about to get ready for work. It's 9:40. Yeah, I got to go, guys, but I'm glad I got to pop on here and say hi to you guys. I really do miss you guys, and I'm praying for strength and motivation to get back on here and do more videos, because I've just been having the hardest time mentally. It's just so hard to push through when you're by yourself and don't have hardly any support. I'm just stubborn, and I'm tired of talking to counselors. I'm tired of starting over, and I'm tired of talking about it all together. So that's why I've been absent and not talking much, because I'm just trying to deal with it in my own way, and unfortunately it's the slowest way, but I'm getting there. I'm still a badass, and I'm still gonna push through and live my life. It's just a roller coaster sometimes, you know, and we all have crap we gotta deal with, right? But anyways, let's just try to have more love in our hearts and more respect, and try to be more open-minded. I think the key to being a more loving person and more open to people is being open-minded. I don't like people most of the time, but I still have love for people, and I still try to keep an open mind and keep my heart open, because just because I don't understand something or know about something doesn't mean it's not real, doesn't mean it doesn't exist, doesn't mean it's not bothering somebody else out there. So, I don't know. I just try to keep an open mind and try to have love and respect for all. That's bottom line. My ultimate dream in life is for everyone to be happy and together. That's it. So I'm going to go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me and being patient. And just thank you for subscribing and being here in general. Do what you love. Do what makes your heart happy. Okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.